Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to today's Pick a Card Timeless Tarot reading. And today's question we're going to be exploring is, how does your future spouse describe you to others? So this reading can be done regardless of whether or not you've met your future spouse or if you have yet to meet them. So go ahead and just take a few deep breaths in and out through your mouth to ground your energies and be open to receiving your messages today. Again, on how does your future spouse, describe you to others? So we have three options here. We have crossroads, offer, and balance. So we're going to start with group one, which is crossroads. So welcome, group one, to your Pick a Card Timeless reading for today, where we are going to be looking at, how does your future spouse describe you to others? And again, this can be done whether or not you've already met your future spouse, okay? So I'm just getting some cards out to shuffle to reveal more information. But already with this crossroads card, what I am seeing is that your future spouse would definitely say that you're the type of person that has really changed their life in a meaningful way. So, sometimes we meet people and it's almost like they change us, hopefully for the better. I mean, sometimes they change us for the worse, depending on the situation. But with this, I feel because it's your future spouse, that they really describe you as someone who, the word that I'm hearing is saved them, okay? It's kind of like, maybe they were feeling really down on life, maybe a bit pessimistic, or they were kind of in a negative space, headspace, emotional space. Maybe they're feeling hopeless when they met you and you turned it all around for them. That's what this crossroads is. It's kind of like you saved them from this downward spiral where maybe they weren't living their best life. And I mean it in a sense where they didn't feel like they were the best version of themselves. There you go. That's what I was really trying to say. It was going to come out eventually. So it's like you came into their life and you changed them for the better. That's definitely what I'm hearing here, for sure. That they feel like they're a better person after having met you. Love it. Love it. So let's get some shuffling done here. And I'm just going to sing a little bit while we shuffle these cards to kind of be in some lovely energy. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine. Oh, little Jacob, know you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy. Oh my gosh, how many of y'all love K-pop? Oh my gosh, it's been I've loved K-pop for quite some time now. Thank you to my younger sis for introducing me to K-pop with Girls' Generation and SHINee. Let me know if you like K-pop as well in the comments down below. And if you do, let me know what your favorite song is at the moment, because I'm really feeling, let me tell you, New Jeans' latest song at the time that I'm recording this video anyway. And it's been such a mood booster for me when I listen to it in the mornings to get ready for the day. Okay, I feel like this one wanted to join, but I meant to shuffle. Okay, good. You got 4 of these. So let's see what cards we have here. Let's start with the Mermaid Tarot to see how else your future spouse would describe you to other people. 4 of Wands. Look at that. I love seeing this card in a love reading or future spouse reading. And we also have for you 6 of Wands and the Devil card. Ooh, okay. So when we have these 3 together, and we'll reveal the other ones here in just a moment, but seeing these 3 together, the story that I'm getting here is definitely, with the Devil card, it was, they were saying that they were probably at one of the lowest points in their life when they met you, and you helped them overcome whatever it was that they were going through. I'm hearing it's like it was your laughter, your smile, your optimism, your kind of fighting spirit, where you just didn't believe in giving up. And that was a big part of their shift from this sort of negative headspace, negative emotional space. Again, I'm really feeling like you came into their life at a point where they were just headed in a really destructive path, maybe, or downward spiral, like I said before, and it was either going that way or being around you, being with you, getting to know you, to kind of bring them back on a more high vibrational path, okay? I'm also hearing too with the Six of Wands that they definitely feel like you're quite a catch. And, you know, not that I necessarily agree with this sort of mentality, because I think we're all worthy of love, but definitely with seeing this combination of cards here for you, your future spouse will tell people that they feel that they're not worthy of you. They would say things like, I don't know what I did to deserve having this person in my life, let alone them wanting to, you know, be my spouse or be my partner, you know, in such this committed fashion. Wow. Okay. They really think highly of you. It's like you're kind of like a godsend to them, you know? You also have the Nine of Coins, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Okay, so I'm seeing here too that you bring a lot of stability into their life. I'm hearing that they would say to other people, like, you know, I don't know where I would be without you, right? And you being, you know, the person, they would say your name, of course. I don't know where I'd be without filling your name here in the blank. I get the sense too that they definitely would feel at a loss here without you. It would seem like you're kind of their sunshine, their joy, their happiness in life. That's really how they see you and how they would describe you to other people. It's like it's making me think of that song, and I'm hearing it now. The "You light up my life, you give me strength to carry on. You light up my world." I actually don't know the words. It's like an oldie, but I know it's been covered like a ton of times by more modern artists. But yes, you light up their life for sure. And it seems like, you know, for better or worse, they would be kind of lost without you. Oh my gosh, now that I'm all on this music trip, I'm hearing that Robin Thicke song. I'm lost without you. Into myself, how does it feel to know that I love you, babe? So, okay, it's like this total soundtrack now of how your future spouse would describe you with all these musical songs. But I definitely, the message that keeps coming through is their life is just so much better with you. They feel more stable, they feel more grounded, they definitely feel secure around you. I'm hearing too that that it's almost like they don't worry as much because they have you in their life, and so they would tell others that you make their life easier. Oh, I feel like I just channeled the perfect way to say this. You make their life easier. You make their life better. It's like they can forget about their worries now that they have you in their life. We also have the Star card. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. The Star card is one of my favorite cards in the deck. In case you all didn't know, you can see the little shining. I hope you can see how it's shining here. At least the ripples are moving clearly on the video here. But the Star card is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. We also have the King of Cups here. We have the King of Wands. Wow, two kings. Okay, okay. And we also have the Three of Wands. So I'm seeing here too that with the Star card, you're definitely what they would call like a dream come true, or a wish that they were granted. Like they wanted to have someone in their life just like you. Um, and I'm hearing too, it didn't even matter if it was like a lover or like a romantic partner, or even if it was just like a friend or, you know, a bestie, a BFF. They're happy to have you in their life in either way. I'm hearing too that, you know, not that I think this is their sort of attitude towards your relationship, but they would feel like if you were separated for whatever reason, it wouldn't even feel like they lost their spouse, their partner. It would really also feel like they lost their best friend. Like you are kind of like the complete package to them. Like you bring so much into their life. And again, it's like you are a wish granted for them. I'm hearing too with the Three of Wands, I'm seeing that you give them direction in life. I'm hearing too that they probably ask you of a lot of times for your advice on things. Like they really value your opinion, is what I'm hearing. That's probably why the King of Wands and the King of Chalices came in. Because the energy of the kings, and again, this is regardless of gender, so it doesn't matter if you are attracted to men or not, or those who identify as male. It's just the vibe of the king energy, okay? This energy that's very confident, very wise, like good qualities of a leader or an advisor, someone that you can trust to guide you along the right path for you. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of that king energy. And so they see you as a wonderful confidant. And it sounds like that's how they would describe you to others, as someone who gives really good guidance, and someone who's very understanding, is what I'm hearing here. So with the King of Wands, I'm hearing you give very good advice that fits them. So it's not like you give advice that's very like a canned response or just sort of generic advice. Like you really take into consideration the individual and their goals and their vision for themselves, and you give tailored advice based on that. Okay, so even if two people were in the same situation, the advice you would give them would differ depending on their unique circumstances. And that's what they really appreciate about you. Now, with the King of Chalices, they definitely let others know that you are someone who is very empathic and sympathetic to the struggles of other people, the needs of other people, and you have a beautiful way of kind of understanding where people are at and how they're feeling emotionally in response to, you know, the circumstance that they find themselves in or the situation that they find themselves in. And that's why your future spouse would describe you as like an excellent guide, advice giver, maybe like even a life coach is what I'm hearing, that they would definitely use that term to describe you. So, wow, what beautiful things your future spouse has to say about you. And it sounds like they think super, super highly of you. So let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Does it sound like you? Are you flattered that your future spouse thinks so highly of you in these specific ways? If you enjoyed any part of your reading too, don't forget to hit that like button as well. And if you enjoy the readings I do, you enjoy my singing or the decks that I use, I invite you to subscribe to my channel as well so you don't miss out on any readings that I post in the future here at Transform with Rian. So thank you for joining me today, and thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. I will see you at the next one. Take care, loves. Hello there, group number 2, card number 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading to discover how your future spouse describes you to other people. What do they say about you? So you were drawn to this offer card here. It says gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union. So if any of those keywords mean anything to you, I would trust that instinct and add that to what I'm going to share here with your reading. But what I'm seeing here with you actually is that your future spouse would actually describe you as someone who is very generous, very giving. I'm hearing too that your future spouse would describe you as someone who's very thoughtful of others. I'm seeing here too that you definitely put other people first, and you definitely prioritize other people. Like when someone needs help, you're always quick to assist them. I'm also hearing too that you really know how to help other people feel comfortable in certain situations. Specifically, I'm hearing too that you are like a really good host or hostess. Um, and you're good at helping people feel welcome, helping people feel cared for. That's a very good one, actually. So your future spouse, I would say, definitely uses the word caring when it comes to describing you. Um, and very selfless. That's another word that I'm hearing, that they would describe you as someone who's selfless and putting other people and their needs ahead of your own. Um, wow, that's very, very beautiful. I'm also hearing the word flowers. So it seems to like your future spouse would probably use the words beautiful to describe you, maybe even soft, maybe gentle, um, and admirable. That's a really good word too, because you know a lot of people they like to walk through gardens and stuff and admire the flowers that are blooming and admire their beauty. And so I definitely feel like those are some ways your future spouse could describe you as well to other people. Definitely beautiful. I'm hearing that word very clearly, that they would describe you to others as being very beautiful, both inside and out, actually, not just on the outside. So let's get some tarot cards out as well to see what else they would say about you, how they would describe you, okay? And I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. Tolinum jigum, do you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. Oh my gosh, that is like my latest jam from New Jeans. Let me know if you know that song down in the comments below. And let me know if you enjoy K-pop as well. My sister introduced me to K-pop years back, and I have been in love with it ever since. If you do love K-pop, let me know what your favorite song is at the moment. I'd love to know, and then maybe I can, stream it myself and give it a listen also. In any case, let's get a few more cards here. I feel like this one wanted to come out to see what else your future spouse would say about you to... Oh, nothing from this. That's very interesting. That doesn't happen very often. Wow, one more. Okay. So we're going to trust and flow with Spirit on whatever they want to share with you. Okay, so interestingly enough, I was called to reveal this card and these two cards. So why don't we see what they had to say, and then we'll show the other cards also. So we have the Two of Wands here. What I'm hearing is that this is speaking to your giving nature. So if there were two choices before you, what I'm hearing is you would never choose yourself first. That you would always choose what would maybe be more beneficial to the other person or more beneficial and helpful to the group as a whole before you do anything selfish. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, is you're a very selfless type of person, and when it comes to making choices, you're again very considerate of others, and I'm hearing too, you make decisions or you take action based on what's right. Okay, that you're not very self-centered in any way, and you're not self-serving in any way at all. That's beautiful. So happy to be able to say that about your group too. Okay, now what do we have here? We have Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So what I'm sensing here is that even though you're so kind and giving and considerate of others, your future spouse definitely feels... Oh, sorry, let me show you like a little bit of the movement here on this card, because that's like so cool. I hope you can see the sparkles shifting on the cup. So what I'm seeing here is that sometimes your future spouse wishes you would actually be a little bit more selfish at times, because you're always so giving, even when it hurts you. Okay, even if it puts you in a difficult position, either like situational, like in a difficult spot where things become harder for you because of you being considerate of other people. Um, and it's kind of like you don't want to trouble other people, so instead you kind of create more of a hassle for yourself. And sometimes that can actually be a bit upsetting, but it's like you can't help yourself, you know? And so I feel like your future spouse feels like someone that has to be an advocate for you. And it's almost like they see themselves as a person that has to tell other people no on your behalf because they know you are not the type of person that says no very easily or would refuse to help someone, even if you're tired, even if you don't have the time or the resources to help someone. Like, you will give whatever you can of your time, energy, resources. And your future spouse really feels like they don't want to see you suffering because, you know, you're so kind and willing to help other people. And so sometimes they feel like they need to step in and kind of be the more strict or rigid person and be like, no, say no to them. We can't help them. We don't have time. Or there's something else we have to do first. Or we have to take care of this thing first. And so we really don't have the means to be helping someone else right now. And so I feel like they pick up on that with you, that sometimes when you help other people, it can be very emotionally taxing for you. Okay, give me, like, you know, a heart down in the comments down below if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that sometimes emotionally it can be very draining when you have to help other people and sort of be that provider, you know. Let's see what else we have. Let's go to the rest of these Mermaid Tarot cards here. Having a hard time picking. Okay, Spirit was like, no, you're supposed to get these first. Okay, well, we're gonna flow with that. So you also have the Six of Wands. So this is your future spouse. They see you as this person here that's rowing these people in need to safer waters. So what I'm hearing is your future spouse really thinks that you're the type of person that so selflessly and compassionately carries the burden and the weight of other people, you know. And, you know, in some decks, this person, like, I don't know why, but this person feels like elderly here, so they seem maybe a little bit more frail, so I can see why they're not rowing. But in other versions of the Six of Swords in other decks, like, the other person looks like a healthy, young-ish adult, and they could totally be helping to row the boat so they can get wherever they need to go faster, and not, this person doesn't have to do all the work, but they're not helping. So I feel like you tend to shoulder a lot of the burden, a lot of the weight, and your future spouse is like, you need to let people help themselves as well, or you need to let people contribute. And and I would say too that your future spouse actually does see that you're quite capable, you're quite strong, you're quite smart, and it seems like you have a lot more resilience, a lot more energy, a lot more can-do attitude. And I think some people in your life definitely take advantage of that. Okay, like you have so much energy and power that some people really, they don't have a problem with being lazy around you and letting you do all the work, letting you carry all the burden. And your future spouse feels like it should be the opposite, that you should not have to work as hard as other people in most instances, right? Like, what you're doing for other people is truly like a favor. And it's like your future spouse, I'm feeling this like annoyed, almost irritated energy coming from them, that again, they see you sometimes getting taken advantage of, and it upsets them because they care so much about you and your well-being. And they just feel like it's not fair sometimes how people take advantage of your kindness. We have the King of Wands and the Chariot. You definitely can see a lot of the movement here on this card with the Sphinxes in the front, yeah? And then we have the King of Wands here as well. So with this, this actually interestingly came out in the first reading as well, but what I'm seeing here with this is your future spouse really sees you as someone very powerful, okay? Like, I don't know if you follow law of attraction and spirituality, but it's like your spirit energy your ability to manifest things, to get things done is like astounding to your future spouse. You know, it's again, with how much you help other people and still can handle your own stuff, your future spouse is like, oh my gosh, like this person, you know, my love, the love of my life here is so powerful, so amazing that they can not only take care of themselves so well, but they take care of other people so well also. So there's a lot of power within you, a lot of influence. I feel too like I'm hearing that you're very well respected by others. A lot of people look up to you, is also what I'm hearing. It's kind of like I wouldn't be surprised if you're a mentor to a lot of people, or you're in sort of a position where you do help a lot of people, even with your work, right? So maybe you're like a therapist, a counselor, a teacher, a manager, a CEO, a medical provider, even, maybe even a lawyer, right? You're doing some type of service work where you're directly interacting with people. And they're really amazed at your capacity to hold space for other people and be present for other people, not just yourself. Again, very selfless person you are. Oh gosh, I said that like Yoda from Star Wars. Anyways, the Chariot, definitely they see you as having a lot of energy, which makes sense with the King of Wands because that's like fire energy. And the Chariot is this very fast moving, forward thinking type of energy where it's like we're just going to get things done, we're going to push past the fatigue and the exhaustion and make it to the finish line, right? And I definitely feel I'm hearing now the word determined. So your future spouse sees you as someone who's very determined, someone who doesn't give up very easily. Even when it seems like the odds are stacked against you. And this really impresses them, is what I'm hearing. This really impresses them that you just really, like, giving up is not even part of your identity or your vocabulary, you know? Okay, we have Ace of Cups and the, oh wow, Ace of Cups and Two of Cups. Okay, so now it's getting a little bit romantic. This is energy that I'm feeling here. Now this is very specific. There's a specific phrase here. Your future spouse says that they didn't actually really know what love was until they met you. Okay, and it seems I'm hearing that you showed love in so many different ways, not just to them, but the people around you, your friends and families, and sometimes even to complete strangers. And it's kind of like I'm also hearing them say that, you know, after they met you, it's kind of like they almost forgot about all the people that they dated or were in love with before, because the love they have for you and the love you have between the two of you, like, pales in comparison to any of the relationships they've had before. They definitely feel like you are the one, you are their destiny, you are the one that they're always meant to be with. I'm hearing too that they're also very grateful that you found each other. So we have this, you know, human, or like Little Mermaid, if we're thinking of like Disney Little Mermaid, this is Eric and Ariel, right? So we have this human and this mermaid. And so they come from two different worlds. They live in two different places entirely, yet they still manage to find each other. And so your future spouse really feels that way, that you are destined to be together, and there is nothing that could have kept the two of you apart, even if things seem like, oh my gosh, why are they together? How did they even meet each other? How did they get to this point? So they really feel like, you know, you're their one of all time. Okay, what else do we have? We have the Queen of Wands. Wow, okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, I'm running out of space here, so we're just going to have to overlap. We have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Swords. So look, we also have another figure here, kind of rowing away from this. So I definitely see, again, your future spouse, it feels like they really want to hit this message home to you, that they're like, they want you to take care of yourself and stop sacrificing a lot of your time, energy for other people, especially when you're feeling tired yourself. I think it's not that they want you to stop helping people. It's almost like they just wish you could pace yourself, and that they wish that, you know, you wouldn't be such a um, what is the word for this? Like you just do so much community service, right? You're just such a giver. And they wish that you would kind of balance that out a little bit better and say no sometimes. And on this, in contrast to this one, this person is on the boat themselves. They're rowing themselves. And in this one, this person is rowing two other people, right? And so your future spouse just really feels like they wish you could focus on yourself a little bit more and what it is that you want. I'm hearing that you're so good at helping others achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, and solve their problems. And you're not quick to ask for help yourself, right? And now that's okay. That makes sense why this card is here, because we have these two people walking away and this person by themselves. It's like you're not one to be needy or ask for help yourself, and your future spouse wishes that you could do that a little bit more, or maybe even I'm hearing the word delegate, right? And just say like, hey, this is what I can do for you, but these are the things you need to do yourself or get someone else to help you with. It's almost like you take on the world at times, and you maybe sometimes feel like you have to do everything on your own. And your future spouse thinks that's not true, that other people can help you. And the people you're helping, they can help themselves a little bit more. Yeah, and what I'm also hearing too, this last little bit, is that your future spouse wants you to know and hopes that you can ask them for help. Maybe you don't feel comfortable asking friends or family for help, but they want you to rely on them a little bit more, lean on them a little bit more, and let them help you. And the thing is, it seems like they just don't know sometimes when to lend a helping hand and when to assist, because they don't want to like make a mess of things or step on anybody's toes. So they would love to get more direction from you to say, hey, can you help me with this? And then they're more than happy to help you and like ease up any of the burden that you may have picked up, Wow, they really care for you so much, and they think so highly of you, as this kind, loving person. So, you know, I hope you take them up on their offer, that they want to be there for you and help you. It seems to me like they're not as concerned with the needs of other people as you are. They're more concerned about your needs, just you. Like, it's almost like they could care less about other people, and they're like, what does my spouse need? Like, they're my priority, okay? This is really beautiful. I love how they're here for you in so many ways. Let me know what you thought of your reading, okay, in the comments down below, if there's anything in particular you liked. Now, if you liked any part of your reading, of course, please don't be shy and hit that like button for me. If you enjoyed the decks that I use, my singing, or any part of the reading and my reading style, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, Transform with Rian, so you don't miss out on any future readings I post. In any case, I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. Bye, loves. Hey there, Group 3, card number 3. Welcome to your Pick a Card reading to hear more about how your future spouse describes you to others. So you were drawn to this balance card, which says yin and yang, darkness and light, stay centered in your higher self. So what I'm picking up from this to start your reading off is that your future spouse definitely feels that you complete them. They would definitely say, in these specific terms, that it's like you're their other half, okay? So they kind of fall in that group of people that feel like, there is someone out there that's like a great match for them, that kind of makes them feel whole, and they feel like you're it, okay? That's kind of how they view love. And that they felt a little bit incomplete until they met you and came into union with you, and now they feel complete. I'm also hearing too, if this resonates with you or with your future spouse or both of you, that they definitely feel like you're their twin flame, okay? And they definitely believe in this twin flame type of relationship between the two of you. Also, I'm hearing that, they feel like whatever shortcomings they have or whatever weaknesses, if you will, that they have, you compensate for it. It's like whatever they're weak at, you're really strong at. And wherever they feel maybe they're not as skilled, you have the ability and the skills, right? And so, and vice versa, you know, where you feel your weaknesses are, that's their strengths. And so they feel like you make actually a really great team. And you can see that with this yin and yang, and like it's how they fit together so perfectly, these two shapes. I'm also hearing too, interestingly enough, it's kind of like they feel like you can read their mind, right? They feel like you and them, you're so in sync. It's like you can complete each other's sentences and you know what the other person needs without the other person asking or saying anything. It's like you can read each other's energies, emotions, sometimes even thoughts. I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of say the same thing, right? I bet, oh my gosh, okay, this is a little bit random. This is not coming from like future spouse or higher energies or whatever, but this is just coming from me. I bet you two would do so great at those games where it's like, how well do you know your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, or spouse, right? And then like the host will ask one of you a question, and then they're like, okay, you both write the answer down, and then on the count of three, you're gonna flip the answer over and let's see if it matches. And I feel like the two of you would totally kick butt at that game. Like, you know each other so well, it's almost like freaky. So that's what I'm hearing so far. What a great start to your reading. Wow. I love the energy so far, and I love kind of how each reading is a little bit different. So I'm going to start shuffling, and let's get some more cards to find out more about how your future spouse would describe you to others. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, oh little chicken, now you're on my mind, all the time I wanna tell you, but super shy, you don't even know my name, do ya? You don't even know my name, do ya? Oh my gosh, so this card actually came out when I was shuffling earlier before your reading. So I'm going to take it, and let's see if there's more from this deck that wants to come through. Okay, this one. And I know I sang a little bit of a K-pop song for you. Let me know if you're a fan of K-pop as well down in the comments below. Super Shy by New Jeans has been my jam to get me pumped up in the morning lately. So I'd love to hear too if you are a fan of K-pop, and what's your favorite song right now? I'd love to check it out and see. Maybe I already know it also. But I'm always looking for new music to jam along with. Okay, that's the one. All right, I feel like this is a good start. So let's see, you got 4 from this particular deck. Each reading has kind of had a different distribution of cards, so I love that uniqueness coming through. But let's start with this, okay? So you have the 7 of coins, the 3 of wands here, Queen of cups, and the strength card. Ooh, okay. So I'm seeing a lot of confirmations of what I was picking up on with the first card here. So the strength card here, again, kind of going back, it's like your future spouse knows very well what you're quite capable with, where you really shine, what your unique talents are, and they feel like you know their unique talents, gifts, and strengths as well, and you both know how to use them to your advantage. I'm hearing the word like power couple, you know, it's kind of like your future spouse feels like there's nothing that the two of you can't overcome, because between the two of you, it's like you have a whole plethora of skills and abilities, where it's like, again, no obstacle, no challenges. You both can together can take care of it all. I'm actually even also hearing like they could see if you were on that show. Oh my god, what is the name of it? I don't even know if they have any new episodes of it, but it's like these two people pair up and then they go on these missions all around the world, and they're only given like certain amount of resources or things that they can use. Amazing Race. Oh my god, that's it. Amazing Race. Like your future spouse feels like the two of you would totally kill it and win that show. hands down, easy peasy. Now with the Queen of Cups, this is that intuition of how it's like you two can read each other's minds. So I really feel like they feel that psychic rapport and that connection with you, also on an emotional level. Okay, now here, I feel like, the phrase I'm hearing is teamwork makes the dream work. That's what maybe your future spouse even says stuff like that. I know it feels a little bit cheesy, but it's also kind of cute, that saying. Um, and both of these people, they have their skills and abilities, their strengths. Like this person is great at harvesting and being able to tend to the treetops, and this person is maybe better at the foundation and taking care of the soil and making sure there's the proper nutrients, right? And so it's like you kind of share the workload, is what I'm hearing. You're really good at balancing everything out so that one person isn't giving too much and the other person is taking too much. It's like there's this balance of give and take between the two of you. So again, it's like you're such a great team together. Here with this Three of Wands, I'm hearing that they feel like you both are aligned with each other. Like wherever it is you see yourselves going, you share the same goals. And they really appreciate that. Because again, they feel like what I'm hearing is they feel like they have a true partner in life. And they feel like you two are a team. And they definitely let other people know that, because maybe, in life, sometimes people might try to divide and conquer, right? Like sometimes, kids do this, I know, sometimes with their parents, where it's like they know which parent is going to say yes to what thing. And so sometimes they'll ask one parent something, and then, the parent is like, well, I don't know about that. What does your mom or your dad think? And then, like, oh, well, mom or dad says it's fine, right? Whatever the case may be. And sometimes the children, like try to maybe pit the parents against each other because they know maybe who's the more lenient parent or whatever. But with the two of you, it's like no one can really make you guys argue or put the two of you against each other, because you know each other so well that if someone says like, oh, so-and-so said this was fine, you would be like, no way, I know them. They would never agree to that. They would never say that. And your future spouse is the same way. Like they know how you think. They know your values. And I think that's what makes your relationship so strong, is you know each other's core values. And so therefore, how the both of you would respond to certain situations that come up. So people cannot pitch you against each other. It's like you can trust each other's loyalty and trust kind of each other's judgment, is what I'm hearing as well. And again, very aligned with your goals. And I think that's why you probably make a great pair, is because you kind of both want the same things in life. Okay. What else do we have? We have the Four of Swords, the Moon. Again, this intuition that keeps coming through. So your future spouse definitely really emphasizes that to other people, is like you guys have this really deep bond, this psychic connection that's, again, eerily accurate, and so like in sync. And then we also have the Seven of Swords here. This one's interesting. I'm not picking up anything quite so clear just yet. But with the Four of Swords, let's talk about this one for a bit. I definitely see here that what I'm hearing is that your future spouse can rest easy when they're around you, because they trust you, again, to make good decisions. They trust you to have their back. They trust you to hold your own, carry your own weight, do your part, right? You guys just have this trust in each other. So things tend to flow so smoothly between the two of you. And when the two of you have to handle things like, your finances, your property, right? Whether that's car or house. And then of course, if you do have children together, it's like you can trust each other with the things that you care about, like children and family, right? To do the right thing, to make the best decision in that moment. for financial reasons, for safety reasons, for health reasons of those and of yourselves and those that you care about. Okay, so they can rest easy. That's kind of the vibe that's coming through. And again, they have that balance in life with you around. It's like they're not feeling like they're doing all the work all the time. They know that you're a team and that you will help them when they need help, and you can trust that they will help you when you need help, or that if you need a break, they'll kind of pick up the slack and vice versa, you know? Um, and the energy that I'm getting here is like, um, it's like those relay races with the baton, right? It's like each person does their own part, but it's um, you coming together that will lead to the victory, right? That's what I'm really hearing here. Um, it's like you guys, I'm also hearing too that they feel like you both run a really wonderful household, is what I'm hearing. Like your household is orderly, your house is well taken care of. I'm hearing the phrase like it's like a well oiled machine, if you're familiar with that. Um, Now here with the Seven of Swords, what I'm actually getting here is your future spouse definitely feels that the two of you are on the same level intellectually. Okay, that you both are very discerning. You both know, like, when things seem kind of fishy, you both know how to ask for more information and get some more detail so that you can make the decision. And you're not afraid to do that either. You're not afraid to ask questions. You're not afraid to scrutinize things and really evaluate stuff before you make big decisions. And you have a very keen mind. They definitely feel like your future spouse would say you are like their intellectual equal, you know? They think you're very, very smart, very talented, very capable. And they definitely don't feel like you're a fool or that someone can pull a fast one on you, right? You're very clever. Yeah, yeah. And maybe that's some of the intuition too. Like you can tell when someone's maybe trying to pull a fast one on you or shortchange you. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm hearing that they think you're very intelligent. Hey, what else do you have? We have Eight of Swords. Interesting. There's a little bit of overlap amongst the different readings with the cards, but the messages are slightly different. Emperor. Wow. This card hasn't come out in another reading yet since I've started using this deck. And then we have the Tower. Ooh. Okay, so when I saw the Emperor card, what I'm getting here is your future spouse would definitely describe you as their like power partner in a power couple. You know, I'm hearing like Beyonce and Jay-Z vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like you both are like experts in your own right, and you both are very well known, and you can kind of stand on your own 2 feet. It's kind of like you're quite capable by yourselves, and so the fact that the both of you are so capable and skilled on your own, when you two come together, that's that unstoppable energy that your future spouse feels the two of you have. It's kind of like, you know, with you by my side, I can do anything. We can like conquer the world. Like that's kind of how your future spouse thinks, you know, this power couple energy. Um, Now, here with the Eight of Swords, I'm hearing that your future spouse definitely doesn't ever feel stuck with you. I'm hearing that that you constantly stimulate them, right? Whether through conversation, again, because you're both very smart, you're like intellectual equals. It could even be like they always find themselves physically attracted to you, like you're beautiful. Through all eras of your life, through all decades of your life, they find beauty in you, and something so lovable about you always. I'm hearing even when they're like upset with you, like they're still madly in love with you. Um, that yeah, again, they don't ever feel stuck with you. They feel like they're continuing to progress, I should say. They're continuing to progress in life. They're continuing to evolve. They're continuing to grow. Um, yeah, it's like they don't ever feel stagnant with you in life. They always feel like um, life is an adventure and it's constantly moving and changing. They're never bored when they're with you. Oh, that's a really great way to put that. Like, life is never boring with you. And I feel like that's kind of also represented in the Tower card. But I feel like here too, um, that they're so happy to have you on their team, right? On their side. That, you know, and this will happen in any relationship and in any person's life where there's going to be challenges and there's going to be surprises, and not all of them are going to be pleasant. Some of them are going to be really um, difficult emotionally. Some might even feel like heartbreaking, and some might feel like the whole world was um, crumbling around you, or the rug was pulled out from under you, and you feel so disoriented, so lost. Like, when things like that happen, I feel like your future spouse knows um, that they will survive. They will make it through with you by their side. That whatever calamity occurs, like, it will be okay. Because the two of you will face it together. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing this vision too, and I've been watching a lot of boy love dramas, and sometimes they get like super cutesy and ushy gushy, and you see this in just like regular romantic dramas and stories as well, where it's like, as long as I have you by my side, we can make it through whatever. Or with your hand in mine, like, I'm not afraid of anything, right? It's kind of like that's your future spouse's vibe for you. Like, they're almost to some extent fearless with you by their side. Like, you make them a better person, and you empower them. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love this for you. Let me know what you thought about your reading in the comments down below. What really felt good to you, what resonated with you. Let me know. And then, of course, if you liked any part of your reading, don't forget to hit that like button as well. And if you enjoy the decks I use, my singing, or just my vibe in general, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, Transform with Rian. That way you don't miss out on any future readings I post, all right? For you to gain insight and joy into your life. Now, in any case, I will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. Take care, loves. See you next time.